we recording?
I am an instrument of your peace. I am divine energy. So let us shine light on this world. Let it be pure light, pure light. And let us honor each other with creativity. Mother Earth is speaking out. Does she really have to scream and shout? Prove to a new reality, the one that sets you free. Visions of love, a new spacious civilization, our new nation. Celebration of love, visions of love, oceans of love, awaken to love.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just start whatever you start, just keep up. It's just a guide track.
Okay.
I see blue sky, blue sky. I see a blue sky. I see sunlight shining so bright. I see birds fly. Flying so high, and I know why. I know why. I'm gonna groove to a new reality, the one that's gonna set me free. A new spacious civilization, our new nation. Celebration of love, visions of love, oceans of love, awaken to love. I am an instrument of your peace. I am divine energy. So let us shine light on this world. Let it be pure light, pure light. And let us honor each other with creativity. Perfect harmony. Mother set us free. Father, let us be. We all free. We all oceans of love, generations of love, sweet nation of love.
Welcome to Cafecito Break. I am your host, RoseMary Perez. And in just a few moments, you're going to meet some of my beautiful soul family members. Have you been hearing the calling of the drum? That was a beautiful song by Lisa Roma, the song of illumination. Oh, what a beautiful way to just start. Wow, that was wonderful, wonderful. All right, mi gente, it's time to reveal all of the adorable little faces. Are you ready? Stand by. With us today is Andrew Kaen of Planet Heart, Kevin Nathaniel, Spirit Drummer, RoseMary, Wereley, Lisa, Roma, and yours truly. Welcome, family. How are you? All right. At this time, I'd like to invite RoseMary to open up the space.
And I'm going to open with a gathering song. It's done in Micmac, which is the song says, "We're gathering together. They're here now. Our relatives are here, our ancestors. The road is straight. We walk together." And I'm going to stand to sing the song. So it's a traditional song. Oetsquida chiknan gigama ola detnike Maui omi wiskawase well the swell to timtawe Oetsquida chiknan gigama ola detnike that squeeze de madigno pipa way high oh way high way high 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 way high oh oh it's squeeze chicken gigama ola technique Maui omi wiskawase well the swell in tawe oh it's squeeze chicken is kamish ola technique let's squeeze a day my digno way high oh way high way high way high way high way high way high oh way high way high way high way high way high way high oh way.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Can you share for those who are new to this what that was and why in some traditions we open up the space with the drum and a song?
It's the same as opening with a prayer, really. And even though not everyone can understand the words, the heart in it, the heartbeat of our Mother Earth connects us all. And it's just, I've been a ceremonial song singer since the 90s. And I had the privilege of singing at the first Earth Day when Grandmother Leisure was there. And I am a songkeeper of traditional songs. I learn, sing, and teach the songs. I share them. And for this wonderful Earth Day event, there are a number of us coming, and we're bringing a powwow drum. So that's exciting.
Thank you. I'd like to take that moment that you mentioned Earth Day and the event to introduce Andrew Kaen, who is a big reason why we're all here today and who will let us know that whoever's tuning in, you're getting a tiny taste, but a beautiful, soulful taste of what to expect on April 21st. Andrew, can you share some more?
Hi, thank you. Hello, everybody who's listening. Um, I started this event in 2007, and how I started it is that I got a calling from God. I really felt this strong energy come through me telling me to do an Earth Day event. It started my I would say that I was working with We the World, helping them out. This is my fiscal sponsor, We the World, and Rick Ulfik. And back in 2004, I was helping with 11 Days of Global Unity, which when it started, which happens between September 11 and September 21, and I was one of the coordinators. But it was 2007 when I just got a calling to produce my own event, but Earth Day event, and infusing it with world peace, because world peace is so important, and I just felt this calling to just do this event with peace and unity and oneness. So this year is going to be our 16th annual Planet Heart's 16th annual World Peace Earth Day celebration, and Leisha came up with the catchphrase "Awakening humanity's consciousness for a better planet." And I've been using that on and off since 2012. And the event is taking place now. Every day is Earth Day, right? It's not just one day a year that we should be celebrating the Earth, our precious Mother Earth. Anyway, we're doing it on Sunday, April 21st. Monday, April 22nd is Earth Day. Earth Day was actually founded and started in 1970 for the March equinox by John McConnell. But then it became another Earth Day event that happened in April of 1970. And that's the date that's been used all over the world to celebrate Mother Earth and Earth Day. This year, we're going to be celebrating it on Sunday at 3 p.m. sharp Eastern Time until 6:45 p.m. And it's taking place in New York City. We have not done a live event in 5 years. And I thought, we were doing it online since COVID, and I just thought 5 is a good number to start with. So we are doing our event in the Church of the Village, which is at 201 West 13th Street at 7th Avenue. And that is very convenient by train, so you should be able to find it. It's what's going to be taking place is, well, we have several of our performers here tonight. RoseMary and her daughter Dana and some others are going to be opening up and closing our ceremony with Indigenous ceremonies, and we also have two great MCs. We have two co-hosts. Mark Becker is the founder of the New Life Expo, and he's been doing that for 30 years in New York and Florida. And he's co-emceeing with my good friend Christine Marie, who's also co-hosting, performing, and producing this event. She's also been part of our event for many years, since the very beginning of 2007. And she's actually doing a cover song of Madonna Holiday, and you will love her rendition. It's really amazing. She slows it down, and it's just really great. Um, and we also have another Native American. Her name is Angelica Kubitis, and she's going to be joining us and giving her beautiful energy to the audience. And we are live streaming for those who are not in New York. You can go to our website at planetheart.org. Just to give you a background of Planet Heart, I got the name in 1998. Also, I felt a calling from God. If you take the last letter of Earth and H, you bring it to the beginning of the word, it spells heart. Planet Heart. One race, one planet, one heart. One race, one planet, one heart. We're all one. That's the slogan I was given as well. So we're going to be having also Catherine Davis. She's the host of Heart and Mind Radio. She does Qigong. She's a Qigong master. She's going to share that. We also have Itzhak Berry, who's an international shamanic teacher. He's been teaching all over the world. And Rick Ulfik, who is with We the World. He's been with us since the very beginning. He's going to be giving us an introduction and talking to us, about everybody, and letting everybody know about how We the World has been really making a change in the world for global social change and peace. And we have Audrey Kitagawa. Audrey Kitagawa is the president and founder of the International Academy for Multicultural Cooperation. She's the president of Light of Awareness International Spiritual Family, and she's the chair of an Anti-Racism Initiative and Gender Equality Working Group and member, Advisory Council of the GTO Interfaith Forum. And one other thing to mention about Itzhak Berry, who he's also an author, and he is also the founder of the Shaman Portal and co-founder of the New York Shamanic Circle, which is a really amazing drum circle which takes place in New York City, and it's been going on for over 25 years. Jody Sirota, who is supposed to be with us tonight, she is a metaphysical educator, Akashic record channel, and a vibrational sound and light language healer. And she was the owner of the Meta Center where I was hosting this Earth Day event from the early years. And she's been with us also since the very beginning. So I'm bringing back the New York family. We've got Kevin Nathaniel and Lisa Roma and RoseMary. We've all been, and you, Rose Angel, we've been part of this, shift to try to create consciousness awakening for humanity, oneness and peace. I mean, we really need that with this time and age that we're still living in. But, like that. And we also have another singer-songwriter, Diana Fallman, who's going to share a song. So it's going to be really a nice event. And Michael Ellie, who you saw on the flyer, is not going to be able to be with us, but we wish him well. But anyway, I hope that all of you can join us. It's at planetheart.org. If you want to get the live stream link and you're not able to come to New York City, you can get the link there. And tickets and registration are at the website as well.
That's fantastic. Should I play the PSA now and then replay it at the end?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Okay, let's do that. Okay, stand by.
Let me say one thing about the PSA. I like to
Sure.
mention and give a shout out to Christine Marie. Christine Marie, the music written and produced by Solo Beats, and the voiceover, song, and production is by Christine Marie, Rulers of the New Earth. So it's a really great song. I would love to bring her on, but it's a little too late. I don't know if I can do that.
Anything is possible if she has the link.
Can I give her the link?
Absolutely. There's still room in this fiesta.
Okay,
So
I'm going to tell her.
I'm going to segue, mi gente, and play the PSA. And hopefully for those of you who are in New York City, this is a beautiful event. I did attend I believe it was the last one that he hosted. And it's, you walk away feeling like you're flying because you just feel the vibration, the beautiful energies there that are poured out from everybody and their own expression, and everybody really just holds each other in wholeness and totality, and we witness each other's magical sacred expressions with appreciation and gratitude. And Andrew definitely embodies that. So let's play the PSA.
Join us for Earth Day and promote world peace and unity at Planet Heart's 16th annual World Peace Earth Day celebration, themed Awakening Humanity's Consciousness for a Better Planet. It's a spiritual community gathering honoring Mother Earth, featuring insightful talks, uplifting music, sound healing, indigenous ceremonies, and more. That's Sunday, April 21st, 3 p.m. sharp to 6:30 p.m. at the Church of the Village, 201 West 13th Street in New York City. For tickets and info, visit www.planetheart.org or call 212-222-5432. That's 212-222-5432.
Everybody got to learn how to coexist, learn how to stop resisting. Yeah, 'cause we are the ruler of this new world.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I do have to say that I have been feeling the presence of, I've been thinking about Leisha a lot. It's interesting, right? Because we haven't, I mean, for example, Andrew, we haven't connected in how long, but it's, I don't know how to explain it, which would be lovely to sort of get into, because I am noticing a callback from December to January, for example, and me in particular. I lost my voice for a whole month. And I was faking the funk. Thank goodness I'm a content creator. So thank goodness I had plenty of videos stocked up that I hadn't released yet, because I was able to sort of pretend that I was still out there in motion. But I've never experienced something where I couldn't physically like do more than a whisper for a whole month. And it was getting worrisome, down to the point that I didn't even think that I could even sing. And singing feels so, is part of my expression, because it connects. It's just such a connecting medium. But within that space, I realized in hindsight that it was almost like I was experiencing, like I was being called into the darkness, and once again, and almost like it was saying, okay, my child, you've done a little bit too much talking out there, and you've maybe worked up your anger too much, and you need to sort of calm down and kind of listen. And when you have no choice but to listen, because if you whisper you could mess up your voice even more, I started to hear the drum, that shamanic drum that RoseMary played. I didn't even know, community members, I didn't know that I knew she was going to open up the space with a song, but I didn't know that she was going to use a drum. And this is what I mean. There's something that's very unifying, right? That's in this message of like heart and planet, when you feel the callback. And in when I'm hearing this calling back, I'm also feeling a callback, and I'm also remembering all of you, right? Whether we've connected, but we've all been in the same spaces, you know? And so people like Jody have come to mind a lot. Leisha, like Uma Maya, all those moments at the Meta Center, Alan Steinfeld, um, all the people that have come in and out. You know, at one time in New York City, this community, this metaphysical, spiritual, shamanic community, because it has different slices, healers, if it was very strong, it was very present. We knew where to go all the time, like the Meta Center, the East West Bookstore. Like there was so many different avenues, and all of a sudden it felt like one by one, something was happening where teachers couldn't keep their spaces anymore, or like uh, uh, very strong communities weren't really able to play together. I mean, I happened to me with the shamanic teachers that I was working with, time after time after time. Every single time we were creating just this beautiful synergy, something would happen, and all of a sudden, the building would get sold, and we had like almost like no time. You got to get all your stuff out, and it just felt like a whole bunch of us were displaced. Then 2020 happened, and then where did the music go? If anybody wants to jump in on maybe that gap in time and what this moment in time feels like, maybe Kevin.
I was just about to say. So, you're describing what everybody's been seeing and feeling and going on in New York City. And it's not just in New York City, but it's happening all over the planet. And part of it has to do with a constant race that is after greed, the constant race of greed that's going on. And that's changing the face of New York City all the time. So that these spaces that we used to be able to come together in for spiritual purposes or for purposes that creative purposes are being bought out by the highest bidders. And the highest bidders are, trying to make millions of dollars off of these spaces. And what happens is this community is shifting to other spaces, but even those spaces are getting bought out. And then on top of that, a lot of the organizations are being funded by corporations that are in their bylaws making demands upon the organizations or upon the people that certain things they can't say or do. So with all these things happening, it keeps constantly shifting the landscape. New York City is constantly, I always tell people, if I could show you a video of New York City when I first got here, you would just be shocked that this kind of creativity and this kind of community was going on like on a regular in New York City, and you just talked about it yourself, Ra, about, the days when Meta Center was, you just go there, and something was going on. You like, hey, it's a weekend, something's going on there. Let me just show up, and something was going on. There were countless other spaces like that. And there was countless other vibes going on like that. And so, yeah. And so what happens to the music if that happens? Well, the music, of course, it has to find other ways of being expressed and other ways of reaching people, because it's not able to find its centers where people can go and experience and participate in that. So, of course, one of the important things that's emerging, and it's always been emerging, is going to be the public art scene and the public music scene, and people just bringing whatever they're doing into public spaces, whether it be parks or whether it be street corners or whether it be, anywhere where people can gather without being chased out. These are the places we're going to have to utilize, and we're also going to have to be, as they say, get very creative, you know, because there are venues that are still very much in our vibration. I want to mention you one venue that maybe wasn't around as long as Meta Center, but is still here now. There's a couple of venues. I'm going to even throw it. Golden Drum. Golden Drum is out in Brooklyn. They're still here, and they are still keeping the vibes very high. Um, and I'll say that during one of the big plugs of Golden Drum is during the years in which everybody was practicing on some sort of form of apartheid. And you know what I'm talking about. Golden Drum did not do that. So, and there may be some other institutions that have that as as a badge of honor too. But I'm going to throw that out there. There are some organizations that are still here, very much with us, but they got the test over the last couple of years. Are you really with the people? The test happened over the last 3 years. And so we see at the end of these 3 or 4 years, who is really with the people, who is really here for the people. And this is how we can now build. This is an important thing, is because we're building now. The eclipse. The eclipse was so beautiful the other day, but what it showed more than anything, what that eclipse showed more than anything, even more than the moon can pass in front of the sun, it showed us that New York City still has that spirit. It still has that spiritual energy is still strong in New York City. That love people can show to each other is still strong in New York City. I was, because I'm out there playing every day. So I was playing during the eclipse. And what I saw people coming together, people sharing those little sunglasses with each other who didn't know each other, people talking, people vibing together who didn't know each other, and experiencing this magical moment of this eclipse. And it was so beautiful to watch. I was like, this is the real New York City. This is the real New York City. This is what's really here. And this is why we're here. We're here to make sure that keeps growing, that goes somewhere, that doesn't just get squandered and scattered all over the place. And if it has to be that we show this every day in public, on street corners and everything, that's the way it has to be. We have to be here for that expression, because that love is here. And so this is where it's going. It's going where we are coming together. The What was done to the masses of humanity over the last 3 or 4 years didn't work, and that means the idea of teaching everybody to fear each other, it didn't work. um, and so what's happening now is a reawakening of that love. And maybe it was always there. It's just a re-exhibiting of that love, a re-expressing of that love, a re-expressing of that fearlessness. That's what we're seeing, a re-expressing of that fearlessness, that ability to stand on a street corner and shout, "I love you" to the world. That takes a lot of heart. And that's the heart that we are. So I'll leave it there.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Beautifully expressed. I feel that gap in time when everything went dark, and maybe that was a big shamanic call for humanity to go into that cave of darkness. And and many times there were too many people in that cave, right? Because I remember in the first couple of days, people were like having mini tantrums because now, if let's say there was a roommate situation, or it's husband, wife, and kids, there's a certain routine everybody got used to, and all of a sudden your life any without any like there was no warning really for those who were just moving around and like living their life day to day. It was like, wait, what, we're gonna be grounded from one day to another? No. Many people were in complete disbelief, and this is why it was so easy to be like, it's just for 2 weeks. And I remember all the videos that were going around, and all of a sudden there were all these Facebook sing-alongs. There was an aspect of that beginning that was very medicine like. If you think about the or what was springing up organically. I'm not talking about the dancing nurses. I think that's when it took a turn where people were like, this doesn't feel like we're banging pots and pans for to celebrate the workers. But then something happened and everything got really quiet. And a lot of people since that moment have been asking themselves, where did the healers go? What happened to the medicine men and women? What happened to the leaders of our community? What happened to all these people? Like, what happened to the way showers? What happened to the gurus? What happened to, I mean, name the entity, the pastors, the priests, like it was almost like the great silencing. Yet, we are just so strong as humans that we may be temporarily deceived, but the human spirit knows. And I think that we are experiencing that sort of like, it's like We have our friend Cozy 19 who's gonna just drop a new song tomorrow, Revolutionary Spirit. It's like a reawakening of that revolutionary spirit that's saying like, oh no, I am going to love unapologetically and I'm going to be creative in this space. And I'm not going to let the world dictate who I can be friends with and who I can love and who I cannot love. I'm not going to allow people to make me feel shameful because I present to the world a certain way, or because I choose these friendships, or I choose to have these thoughts. It's almost like, let's come together and celebrate each other's beautiful, magical uniquenesses. Lisa.
You were feeling my vibe. I wanted to respond. A long time ago, I came up with this phrase that I've heard, but it's love is greater than fear. And I've always been into metaphysics. And I remember when I was 4.5, I was playing with my energy field of my hands, and I didn't even know what that was about. But anyway, it's like people feel our vibes. And I was in the grocery store tonight getting cat food, and just started to talk to a couple of the people shopping there. And I shared about planetheart.org. And I also said, about the energy of the eclipse. And a lot of people were talking about how that's going to open us up. It's also going to help us shed what we no longer need. And I was just like, saying blessings to people, and just people are so open. It's like everybody's aware of this energy. And I think that what happened with COVID was there was this fear mongering that has still continued with the powers that be, but we don't have to vibe into that because we know who we are. We know we're the holders of the light. We know that we're the change makers, and that we do that with all the creative, abilities we have, or whatever. We do it with our thoughts, we do it with our hearts, we do it with our words, and it's on a simple level, but it could also be a bigger level too. And when we come together, like these events that Andrew has and other events, we're showing ourselves and each other and the world that look what's possible. Look what's possible when you believe, and when you know, and when you act on that love.
That's really beautiful. RoseMary?
I went into hiding for a while. And I have a daughter and some grandchildren that I live with. And when my daughter was younger, we had ceremonies at our house on a very regular basis. And over time, that stopped. But this is a time of reawakening. Here in Vermont, we've started gathering people together, just what you're talking about, these for ceremonies and medicine work. And we have this group that has formed, and people are wanting and needing connection with each other, with the earth. The indigenous people are the keepers of the Earth Mother teachings, and we're coming together with this need to connect with each other. None of us can do this on our own. So it was just such a wonderful opportunity to be able to be a part of this with these wonderful people, some of whom I know and some I don't. But as you were talking about the eclipse, I was in upstate New York for the eclipse, and hearing the cheers and the joy, and even from small groups of people, everybody wants to come together and connect with each other. There's been so much trauma in the world and in our individual lives that it's time to move forward with healing, and coming together is how we do that.
I think that this is a great uh, time to ask, and whomever would like to respond, or all of you, how the way the offerings, like for example, Rosemary, how like singing a song like the one you opened up with, how that can help a person in their journey and in their wellness.
Yeah, well, we're all so different, and so we all have so many different gifts, and each person is so complex that this taken from this tradition and something will speak to everyone, and that's why this vast group of offerings are being made available, and we're learning ourselves, and it's time to share with everybody because we do all need each other.
I'd like to add something too. And, particular to what you just said, how sharing a song, music, music is the strongest form of medicine. It's our primary medicine. It's what medicine comes from. Um, I think I had this conversation with you about maybe 2 years ago on the street, where I said only one stronger form of medicine, and that would be the sun. You know, but other than that, music is the strongest form of medicine, and it has to be music with the right mind, with the right intent behind it. Um, because what music does is, of course, there can be no. It goes and moves through everything. It moves through all matter. It changes everything. It improves. It's a catalyst for good. As South African um, philosopher said to me one time, there is no end to the good that can be done through music. There's no end to the good that can be done through music. And so this is the power of music, is that it has no end. There's no cutoff point. There's no point where this music stops. If you start to sing a song that has a positive intent behind it, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. At some point, it's going to be out in Saturn. It's going to be out in the distant parts of this galaxy. Then it's going to other universes. That song doesn't end. It's an energy that will transfer into, if anything, other energies. It's one, you know, really beautiful passage in a book I read once said, this great music is somewhere building cathedrals of joy and cathedrals of light in other parts of the universe after it's been played. So understanding that music has this power that we don't even know of. We don't even know the power of music, but we know that it is that powerful, and that music is something that, just on a very simple basis, a simple song, a simple chant in a positive way starts to cellularly change your body and your mind. It works on a cellular level, far more effective than a medicine would, far more effective than anybody's, you know, herbs, pills, whatever they have. A song can do that in a more effective way. And it can be with you all the time. You can take that medicine with you everywhere you go. You can share it with people vibrationally, because everybody feels your vibration everywhere you go. And that vibration just can change the world. So this is the power and the importance of, as you said, what sharing a song with people, sharing this music with people, this what it can do. Yeah.
Can I just say also, too, what it is a lullaby to our mother, to everything that's living on the earth, the trees, the flowers. It's not just for the people. Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, I would go after both what you said, Rosemary. It's true that animals respond to music. That's actually been there's actually evidence of that, and plants too. So yeah, we're all one. We just need to come together in gatherings like the ones I do, and the ones that RoseMary does, because she does stuff in Vermont, and Kevin does amazing events. We're all doing these events to music is a medicine. I do music myself. I have light language that I have for my voice. Sound is so important, and music is so important. I totally agree with that. It's just the essence of everything, because it brings people together through the sound. There's no way someone can like say something negative about sounds of music, and I don't know. I'm just saying I agree with that. I really think that in this day, post-COVID world, through all the Zooms that happened throughout the years that we were not able to be together, that we need to come together more again, because like the eclipse, like Kevin was talking about, and RoseMary, it draws people together. It's this essence of community that is so important, and that's why I do these events, to bring people together for oneness and peace. It's so important.
With that, I'd like to offer a little testimonial to you, Andrew. I don't know, it was Sunday morning when we communicated. I think maybe it was to set the date for this chat today, and that particular morning I was just feeling very emotional, but in a grieving way, right? Maybe I was just, sometimes you're peeling things off, and then we have this interaction, and then I get a response from you that came with this energetic, soulful hug through that I felt, and like Andrew had no idea that I was like in this emotional grieving kind of feeling state, but the love frequency can be transmitted through words, and which is, it's not singing, right? But every day we're communicating and using our words, and I think this has to, for me personally in my journey, it was a little clue as to why the universe was like, you need to ground for like a month, because maybe you've been too active with this, and maybe a little bit too angry. When you're covering politics and all of the corruption that's happening in the day to day. And really, when Cafecito Break was born back in, well, as an events thing in 2011, but she was born on the airwaves, and I really just wanted to focus on the awakening journey and just stay with talking about spirituality and exploring those inner dimensions, right? I was really just excited about that. And it's interesting how all of a sudden everything sort of became political. Like you couldn't even watch a movie and it was political, or a character like name dropped a candidate, and you can't watch anything. There was this just sour note uh that would get just thrown in, and then you tune into an award show and the same thing there, and you're like, okay, let me just watch this comedy show, and it's happening there again, and you're like, where do I go? Like everywhere I'm going, I'm being closed out. And then if I go onto the internet, people are just saying and expressing themselves, and you feel like you've bathed in a toxic, decrepit, full of poop, toxic soup sometimes. And so then words and the power of words and their energy. Who would like to tackle that subject?
Ra, you just said it. Ra, you just said it, because you said everything is being politicized, which is, I'm just going to say this now because this got politicized. And Andrew's been talking about peace for, I don't know, since I met him, but suddenly he's talking about world peace, about universal peace. And what happens? He gets censored. Talk about that, Andrew.
I will. I just want to say before we end the show, I definitely want Kevin to share a song. Facebook, I don't know what is going on, but I've been promoting and doing this event on Facebook for many, many years, producing it, promoting it on Facebook. Anybody that does events is allowed to promote. That's what Facebook is about, to connect everything. And they condemned me. They totally censored me completely, because what happened was I connected my website, planetheart.org, to the ticket link of my event page. And for some reason, my security of the SSL went down, and somehow Facebook must have been flagged, and they took every single post down that I posted since this year and last year and the year before and others. And they took my website out of my profile. I can't promote. I can't text on Facebook. Now they're calling it spam. Are you kidding me? Spam? I'm not a spammer. All my posts about Earth Day, they're calling it spam now too? It makes no sense.
I'm going to add that when I tried to promote it, I was being censored. I was promoting using Andrew's flyers, and I was being censored right in real time as I was promoting it.
Wow. And you know, I had that same experience. I mean, I just writing it and just trying to share the link, I couldn't do it. And
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you not to use our website link. Sorry about that.
I mean, but you know, but at the same time, like, you know, I'm a curious bird, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try, not because I don't believe you, but because there's an aspect of it's like, what? Like, I guess I didn't understand how much of the censorship. You know, when you said, "Oh, they've knocked down my pages," I didn't know that it also included your website, and that was like the last time that happened to me, where I tried to put a website that it wouldn't accept, was during the 2020, and it was, if it was like one of the dirty dozen doctors or quote unquote this info dozen and influencers, or if it was somebody like Alex Jones. If I was gonna do like an Infowars, which I really don't, but you know, sometimes you're like trying to just test the system. And oh, hello, Russell. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Alex, and everybody that's tuning in. The family is. I could feel the callback. So we have some of the regulars listening in right now. Thank you for tuning in. For everybody who's listening, take a moment to share the show. We are doing the space because Andrew's yearly Planet Heart celebration is coming up on April 21st, and it's going to be in the city. And I have the flyer, and we'll play the PSA at the end of the show. But there is a loneliness epidemic in the world. There's a loneliness um, thing that's felt in cities where, you know, everything and people feel displaced. And this is a event that you won't feel like you don't belong. It really is just really all inclusive. Like when you hear on TV and they're using all these words that sound right, and then you kind of visit a space with all of the words, and this is the space, and these are all the diversities, and this is all of the beautiful collective that we've gathered. It doesn't feel organic, it doesn't feel natural. Something just feels like you're trying to cookie cutter something and put it together, and it just doesn't quite fit. Yet in a space like today, for those who have been listening from the beginning, can you feel how it's been weaving and flowing, and how we've all, there's this intuition factor too, where, you know, I'm about to say something, and someone's already feeling it, like we're just in sync.
Can I say something? Before I forget, that we need to give gratitude to Mother Earth. I mean, and what is also very healing for people who feel lonely or disconnected is to go outside and be with nature. Go to the river, go to the park, or go to the tree, you know, go to wherever you can, look at the sky and sing a song or say a prayer. I mean, I do it all the time just to connect with the greater spirit of our mother that connects all of us. And Mother Earth hears us. Mother Earth is alive. You know, the spirit of the planet is consciousness, and the universe is consciousness, all the planets. But we are here for a reason. We're learning something very powerful. And we all need to connect and to remember to give thanks, because that gratitude grounds us and is healing. And when we give thanks to Mother Earth is aware of who is speaking. Mother Earth is aware of our love. And Mother Earth is always giving us love.
Oh my goodness. It feels like the perfect time to invite Kevin if he.
Just one more second.
Sure.
Trying to come in for the last few minutes. She's amazing. She's with us and she wants to join us. She's trying to join you in right now. Christine Marie. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, there I am.
Hi, Christine. Welcome.
Thank you. Blessings. Thank you so much for doing this for Andrew and for the Planet Heart 16th Annual World Peace Earth Celebration and Benefit. And I emphasize benefit. We need the benefit. We need to fund Mr. Kane's venture because he deserves that.
Absolutely. Can you introduce yourself? I mean, besides your name.
My name's Christine Marie, and I am a co-producer of the event. I'm also the creative director. I've also created the commercial that we're going to be hearing, the PSA, and I did the voiceover, and I also created the music with an amazing legend of African music, Solo Beats. I'm not sure if anyone else. He's the musician that's on the and he lent his services and gave that as a gift to our cause, which is this amazing celebration of Mother Earth, world peace, and being part of the World Peace Earth Day event. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. I feel like this is a great moment to invite Kevin to share his song, his music.
Thank you. And I just want to, I first want to say hi, Christine Marie. I haven't seen in years. But I also want to say again, big thank you to Andrew, and Andrew, we've seen each other over the last year, because it last 2 years, it last 3 years, because we've walked each other in the street. I've seen that in Union Square. And I just want to say for the people who are here with us, it's so urgent for us to get the word out on this, us tell our friends, tell our communities, tell everybody about this world peace event, because yes, the idea of world peace has become politicized. And it should never have been that way. But I think some of the environment of the times might tell you why. But we've got to reach beyond that. And we've got to, as our friend, John Matlin says, we the people are the news. We the people have to be the news. We the people have to be the ones that create. We have to be the Facebook. We have to be the Instagram. We have to be that. Because certainly if something like world peace gets politicized, then we got to do something ourselves. So get the word out, please. I'm going to play a song that's all about world peace, all about universal peace. It's called Peace Chant. And I invite you to join in from wherever you are. Just, you can make the sounds. I don't mean unmute and make the sounds, because then that sounds like, like everything crashing at the same time. But from wherever you are, you can make the sounds and you'll feel like you are feeling you're making this music yourself, because you are making this music yourself. I'm going to be playing this instrument. Oh, I have the wrong instrument. I have this. I meant to play this instrument. Same one. This is Mbira. And this song is called Peace Chant. All over the world, all over the universe, we are experiencing the vibration of peace. The vibration of peace that is moving through everything. It's the spirit of peace that we feel moving through everything. It's in our hearts, it's in our minds, it's forever in time. It's in the air that we breathe. It's in the roof of our minds. This vibration of peace. Feel the spirit of peace. Feel it all in the air. Touching hearts and minds everywhere. Feel the spirit of peace moving all around, through the plants, through the trees, even through the ground. Feel the spirit of peace so deep in your heart, because that's where a whole new world is about to start. So you feel the spirit of peace moving through the air, and it's in your breath, because with every breath you take, the air that you breathe says peace. The inhale says peace. The exhale says peace. And it has a sound, and you can pick it up, and you can just go. Feel the spirit of peace all in the air, because it's touching hearts and minds everywhere. The peace train. Yes, it's in the station, and your heart is the station. And we are universal citizens, and we are all one nation. We are all one people. We are all one under this beautiful sun. So now we're going to take it to a root language, one of the languages that is part of our early experience as humans on planet Earth. And we're going to say this peace chant in Swahili. In Swahili, the peace chant says, Amani, Iwe, Kwako. Amani, Iwe, Kwako, which means peace be unto you in Swahili. And you feel it rolling through. And it sounded like this. Amani, Iwe, Kwako. 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 Yeah! Amani, Iwe, Kwako. 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 Peace.
Wow. Wow. My sister wrote, it feels so joyful and life-giving. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I went back. I saw myself in the circle with all of you and with additional cosmic beings that are not here, but they're present in our worlds and in our lives. And we were all in a big shamanic circle. And I was like twirling like this and feeling very whimsical and just really light. And I mean, what a testimony to just how shifting that music and song and certain vibrations can be. Christine, how did that make you feel?
Well, you saw me, I was moving around. I felt like I was right in the middle of, the vibrations were, they were really just very high, and it was a beautiful rhythm, and his voice is so sweet, and the words were just, conscious, beautiful, loving words. And it was like great, amazing, very beautiful. I was like moved, obviously, very moved. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosemary?
Thank you so much. What a gift.
Thank you. Lisa?
I was playing my shaker. It was awesome. Thank you, Kevin. It's beautiful. We're all one.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
And thank you, Rosemary. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you, Christine Marie, for your dancing. Thank you, Andrew, for being you, the coordinator. Thank you, Rose Angel, for being such a beautiful spirit and joining us together.
Christina has a poem to share if we have time.
Can you repeat your question to Christina?
Oh, I was just saying, if we have time, Christine can recite the poem that she loves to share for the world, and she's also going to be sharing it at our event.
I would love that.
Okay, so this is a poem that I wrote in 1994, and it just flowed out. It's called "What Would Our World Be Like?" David, if you want to play a little behind me, that would be cool if you want. What would our world be like if all of a sudden money had new value and politics had a new name, and schooling, education, and healthcare were free, and every little boy and every little girl had an equal opportunity to live and be as great as their potential would enable them to be? Let's see. If every homeless person all of a sudden had a home, and the borders that lined the maps disappeared between Africa, Asia, Middle East, and Rome, the love that was real was burning inside everyone, and we were all free from fear. Our hearts could overcome the hurt and sorrow that is abound, live this life to give back the gifts we found. If all of a sudden money had new value, wouldn't we go inside to find our real power? Love, that's alive. Civilization is supposed to take care of its own, but we're too busy trying to make money to notice that our lives are being thrown away, striving for that extra dollar, forgetting who we really are or who we'd really rather be. Most of us don't even know what they love to do. They'd say, why bother? Who would pay me? What would our world be like? If every day everyone woke up just to love and everything else was a consequence of, then peace would work out chaos and evil would balance with good, and we would all be in harmony. I know we'd be understood. When it comes down to it, we're all really the same. If money and politics would go back through the process from whence they came, if we could all just break free and let our emotions flow like tides in the ocean, it could be. It will be. This is called OV.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh
So beautiful, Christine Marie. So amazing. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Loved it. Love it.
If you want, I can do a quick sound activation if you like, just for like a minute or so.
I was gonna ask you that, Andrew, but I didn't want to put you on the spot. But you got the download, so let's do it.
Please put me on the spot, Rob. Okay. Ane ake aloko ne seo ake ane apole lale 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 lo we are one. Naneo, 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 sale kane kaneko. Fill your heart, we are one. Nane, ane, ane, oh. Ale, 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 oh. We are the makers of the peace, makers of the world. Naneo, naneo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was feeling that. Thank you so much.
Andrew, it felt like an eagle was flying. Oh my God.
That was it's amazing. I really you have no idea how much all of this has been such a beautiful gift today for me to experience. I'm honored to have been able to host this space. Thank you, Andrew, for your vision, and thank you, all of you, for your presence and sharing from your heart. It's just so beautiful. I wanted to share something that was gifted to me this morning. Uh, I haven't. I've been saying that I've been feeling the calling of the drum, and this morning I felt her. I call her Mama Drum. That's the name of my drum. She's a Mama Drum, and she's an elk 8-sided drum. And there was a marking on the elk of like a number 8, like an infinity sign. So it's really interesting that when I knew I wanted a drum, it also came with the awareness that I would have to wait for it. And all of a sudden, um, I'm going to see my teacher in class, and I see the drum, and it was almost like, ah, and I saw the marking. It was 8-sided, and it was an elk drum, and I knew, for some reason, I didn't know anything about textures or sounds, but when in my baby stages, I was like, it's got to be an elk drum, and then I played it, and it was just this connection. But here was the thing: I couldn't afford her. So I feel I find my drum, and I can't afford it because probably had like $40 in the bank at that moment, right? And my sister came into my mind. If you, it was like, try to see what if you could do a little payment plan. And I didn't want to do it because of the ego, or you're like, I don't want to put the teacher on the spot, but it checked so many boxes. So this is me and Mama Drum today. And it was a one take. I was not sure what words were going to come out of my mouth, and I call this activate the love frequency. asking. Mama is calling her children. Mama is calling her children. If you go to the quiet space, you'll hear Mama sing to you. My dear little child, why do you frown when there's so much beauty around you? My dear little child, why do you cry when there's so much beauty around you? My dear little child, why do you scream when there's so much beauty around you? My dear little child, my dear little child, I'm asking you to open your heart to the drum beat. Open your heart to the drum beat. Open your heart to the drum beat. My dear little child, don't you hide from the loving you seek. It's inside of you. It's inside of me. It's inside of all of us. Activate, activate the love frequency. The love frequency. Activate, 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 activate the love frequency. Activate the love frequency. Activate the love frequency. Activate the love frequency. Ooh. Oh.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Thank you so much.
That was cool, Ra.
Beautiful, Rob. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think that it was all, all of the things that we're activating together. It's just, this is just a proof. I don't think that this song would have come out of me had I not been having a conversation and active dialogue with Andrew. So it just like we're all part of the music.
Are you coming on the Sunday, the 21st?
Yes,
Good.
yes. I can't miss that.
Well, we had a cancellation, and I might be able to include you. I would love to have you maybe do a 5-minute piece or something if you like. We can do that, right, Lisa?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. I was going to witness.
Well,
Be part of it.
we won't be witnessing most of it, but I'm just saying we'll talk offline.
Okay. And as we start winding down, closing comments, prayers, whatever you would like to share, who would like to start? And thank you again for this beautiful, magical, soulful heart evening.
I just want to say that a lot of the issues that we're dealing with, whether it's personal or public or institutional, it comes from a major lie that's being put upon us over time, and that is that we are all separate individual, different people, that we're all different religions, we're all different races, we're all different this, we're all different that, we're all different nationalities, we're all different ethnics. That is the big lie that's been put upon us. You know, we're all one. That's what we are. We're all one people. And the more that we see this, the more it exposes those lies. As someone says, like the forever wars, the forever lies that we've been introduced to since day zero. You know, I want to say day zero. Day zero, we probably knew what the deal was, but certainly after a certain time period, it became important to divide us in any way that we could be divided. And so the big lie is that we are somehow or another separate from each other. We're different from each other. We're I'm not you, you're not me. You know, we're all one. We're all one. We're one human organism on this planet, and we are interdependent. We are working with each other. What we do is always tied to everyone else. So this is where, you know, when Andrew, you've been saying this too. This is what, you know, is at the bottom of this world peace movement. You know, this is where at the bottom of this world unity movement. And it's crucial to Earth Day. And again, I want to, you know, again, big up Andrew for what he's been about, what he's been talking about, what he's been walking about for so many years now, you know, and big up you, Ra, uh, clearly walking it, and you, Lisa, big up, and you, Rosemary, big up, because, and Christine Marie, all the people and everybody who's, I can't even see you on this, you know, big up for walking that walk, because that's the important message. Yeah.
And take your power back.
Thank you. Thank you.
One love. Yeah.
Lisa,
Yeah.
closing comments?
Well, it's about taking our power back, and knowing the truth, and just focusing on the positive, focusing on we are all one, focusing on the power that we have, the power of our minds and our hearts, and working together in any way we can, and connecting to Mother Earth, as that is our leader.
Thank you. Rosemary. Can you share that again?
Yeah, just sharing our hearts with unconditional love for each other and ourselves, and reaching out to as many others as we can. We all need each other. I loved your expression of the loneliness epidemic. That's what we have to change.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
That's why I decided to do it live this year, Rosemary, because I didn't want to do it online. I wanted to bring the New York community back.
And you're doing it. Yes.
We're doing it. I'm not missing this. Oh my God. Andrew, closing comments.
My closing comments is just it's just reiterating what I already said, to be honest with you. But my name, just to let the audience know, my name, Andrew Kaen, Kaen. If you scramble the letters, it spells reawakened. I didn't know this. Now, I had a spiritual awakening connecting to higher dimensional beings over 25 years ago. And through my experiences of being connected to this energy, I was channeling and I was getting all this poetry and light language and music. And my name, I had no idea, is spelled reawaken. And all my work is about oneness, reawakening to that we're all one, connected to heartbeat of the mother planet, Mother Earth, Earth Mother.
It's like there's just, what do you say to that? It's just so beautifully created, perfectly created. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to close out with the PSA. and then a song by Cozy 19 and Sandra Smalls that's called Leading the Way. And I'm dedicating it to all of you magical people who have shared the space with us tonight and everybody who has tuned in. Thank you again. Remember, April 21st is the event in the city. A lot of people that I have been speaking to have been craving to be in a community, and this is just beautiful because you'll walk out of there just vibing from head to toe and smiling. And pluses are we sometimes you get more than that. So thank you again, everyone. God bless you, and may you be protected, and thank you for all of the beautiful work and energy you give unto others and you share. It's so beautiful to have met all of you.
Thank you, and love to you and everybody. Thank you.
Well, mi gente, we'll see you April 21st. You have to see all of these adorable faces outside of the screen. Don't you want to do that? You got to come see these cute little faces, not just on those little windows, but in person. And experience. It's if this feels good, but in live is better. All right, mi gente. Mwah.
Love to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's play the PSA.
Join us for Earth Day and promote world peace and unity at Planet Heart's 16th Annual World Peace Earth Day celebration, themed Awakening Humanity's Consciousness for a Better Planet. It's a spiritual community gathering honoring Mother Earth, featuring insightful talks, uplifting music, sound healing, indigenous ceremonies, and more. That's Sunday, April 21st, 3 p.m. sharp to 6:30 p.m. at the Church of the Village, 201 West 13th Street in New York City. For tickets and info, visit www.planetheart.org or call 212-222-5432. That's 212-222-5432.
Everybody got to learn how to coexist, learn how to stop resisting. Yeah, 'cause we are the ruler of this new world.
All right, thank you. In closing, I'll invite you to tune in to the song by Cozy 19 and Sandra Smalls. Don't stop. Well, it's called Leading the Way.
I got some hope that the stuff I've been preaching out for years is finally ready to spark the gears of intended ears. We're done with evil rulers pushing their fears, forcing us into compliance with their lies and fake tears. Perversion and coercion, they place the truth up in inversion, but now we emerging to counter their claims, burning their false narratives up into flames. We ain't playing no games, this is life or death. You come in for a life, it will be your last breath. Test my testes, get ready to taste these. Force a tyrant onto their knees. They will do what I please, 'cause I'm the master and they the public servant. I'm about to serve them a notice of eviction. Their power is fiction, tell them to bring the friction, 'cause we about to end their power addiction. Stand up, rise up, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. The second verse I disperse without a rehearse. We're here to quench your thirst, put America first. We individual and diverse, lightsaber igniters. They call us freedom fighters, 'cause we fighting for freedom for free. Unlike the enemy you don't see. Behind the curtain they flirting with demonics. We bringing people together like harmonics, fighting back with sonics, sophisticated phonics, natural remedy tonics, avoiding the hypnotics and their wicked control, making sure you're making time for your mind, body, and soul. Best to rest with the moon and rise up with the sun, 'cause we need you in this fight for the long run. If you understood what I spit, you're the chosen one. Stand up, rise up, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, 'cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, 'cause you're you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Cozy 1-9, bring the shine into your mind. Combine divine messages with rhythm in the rhyme. Embed what I fed in your head. Detoxify aluminum and lead. Highlight how you were misled. Ripping all the books you read. Help wake others out the bed. Look how I took 36,000 and led. Got a vision from my intuition. Wishing my mission into fruition. Evil will bow into submission. Never worship politician, cause I'm leading the tribe. Inject light into the sky till you're feeling the vibe. Revive, come alive, make you take a deeper dive. It's essential to survive. Download it into your drive. Reload it and then contrive. Look into the looking glass, the leader has arrived. Look into the looking glass, the leader has arrived.
Now is the time. Shine your bright light. It's a spiritual fight. Got to unite. Now's the time. Shine your bright light. Shine your spiritual fight. Got to unite. Yeah.
Stand up, rise up, cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, cause you're leading the way. It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, you're leading the way.
It's a revolution, you're leading the way. Don't stop, you're leading the way.
It's a revolution, you're leading the way.
Oh yeah, shine your light, shining bright, yeah, 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 leading the way.